Welcome back, Football Manager fanatics. My name's Ross from Loser, and this is another episode of Testing Your Tactics. In this episode, I have a broken meta 4-4-2 tactic to review. It's boasting 4+ goals a game for your team. As always, we have 3 different teams that we are going to test it with that aren't expected to win the league. Let's see if it's worth your time downloading. Hit the intro. With this tactic testing, it may not work in every situation, but I'm going to be going on holiday for the whole season. My manager has no badges, no past experience, and we're going to be picking 3 different teams, and we're going to hope to beat their media prediction. Today's episode, we have Liverpool, Aston Villa, and Wolverhampton Wanderers. Let's get on with it. Now, a quick tactical overview before we get onto it. Tactical style is a custom tiki-taka with an attacking mentality. As you can see, it is a 4-4-2 meta, a super keeper on support, 2 wing backs on attack and 2 ball playing defenders on defend, 2 defence midfielders on support, 2 inverted wingers on support, and an advanced forward on attack and a deep line forward on attack as well. In possession, it's going to be a fairly wide attacking width with a pass into space, play out of defence, and focus down both the right and the left hand flank. Shorter passing with a higher tempo, run of the defence, with the in possession tactics there. In transition, it's going to be counter press and counter, distribute to the centre backs and to roll it out as well. Out of possession, it's a high line of engagement up front with a higher defensive line, trigger the press more often on the goalkeeper and prevent short goalkeeper distribution. So now, first of all, we're going to start off with Liverpool. That rhymed, keep it in, Ross. So their media prediction is to finish second. With our tactics, we have got the meta 4-4-2 set up. We're simply going to go on holiday until the end of the season. We're going to use the current match tactics where possible as well. I think this makes the assistant manager consistently use this tactic, which is what we want. And then we want to come back on the end of May. Probably soon it clicks there, but we're going to come back on the 25th. And we're going to go on holiday and we're going to see how the team get on with this tactic. I'll see you at the end of the season. Now our holiday time is over. We've made it to the end of the season without being sacked, which, looking at our other tactics that I've been testing, it's very nice to see this is. Now let's see how Liverpool got on in the competitions. And in the Premier League, we've finished third, 1 place lower than our media prediction of second, 25 wins, 6 draws and 7 losses as well. We've got a plus goal difference of 64, which is highest in the league, which, you know, it's not too bad, but how are we losing 7 goals if you're guaranteeing 4+ goals a game? Looking at the team overview as well. So most points per game obviously was Manchester City because they won. Most goals, Liverpool with 103, beating second place Manchester City on the goals tally by 20 goals there. Most shots for, we had 610. Manchester City had 622, so a lot of shots on target, a lot of goals obviously going in with this tactic as well. Few shots against, we were third. Best pass completion, not involved with that. Most possession, not involved there either. Most tackles, not involved. Most dribbles made, we are 8th on this list here. Now, it's very interesting to see. Let's see how we got on with other competitions. The other competitions that Liverpool are involved in. First of all, Carabao Cup. We won the Carabao Cup with this tactic. Liverpool beat Brentford 4-1 in the final. I mean, how else did we get on? Semi-final, beat Manchester City 4-0, 5-0 on aggregate. In the quarter-final, we beat Chelsea on penalties 1-1. We won't go any further, but we did win the Carabao Cup with this, so well done Liverpool there. And in the Europa League, we beat Atalanta 2-0 to win the competition overall. In the final, I mean, it's nice to see Darwin Núñez got 10 goals and he's 3rd on the goal scoring charts here. In the semi-final, we beat RB Salzburg 6-2 on aggregate, but it was a 1-1 draw there. Look at Atalanta. They beat Dinamo 5-1 in the semis. A bit of a crushing victory there. In the quarterfinals, kind of scraped past Sporting with a 3-1 aggregate tie. And then Shakhtar, to be fair, we beat them 4-1 on aggregate. It was 9-3. So a lot of goals coming in with this tactic. I'll have a quick overview of how we got on in the league. So first game of the season, we beat Newcastle 8-1. Lovely to see. Beat Everton 2-0 and Brentford 6-1. We didn't kind of lose a game until we faced Wolves when we lost 4-3. But we bounced back with a 3-1 victory against Manchester City, but then lost to Arsenal 2-1 as well. So there are some big victories here. Burnley 5-1, Brighton 4-0, 4-2 against Chelsea. There's 3-0 against Crystal Palace and a 4-0 against Everton here. 6-0 against Sheffield United and a 5-1 against Burnley. I mean, is it boasting 4+ goals a game? Yeah, maybe it's a bit of a bold statement to make. Finished third as well, which is kind of against our media prediction. So, yeah, a bit unsure about this tactic with Liverpool, but we've got 2 more tests to go through. I'll see you on the Aston Villa page, which is going to hurt being a Birmingham City fan, but let's see how we get on. Now, it hurts to be on this page, but here we are with the Aston Villa portion of the test. The meta 4-4-2 has been loaded in, the same tactic as we're going to do with Liverpool. We're going to go on holiday until the end of the season. The same, our assistant manager is going to use the current match tactics, and we're going to come back at the end of May. And let's see how we've got on with Aston Villa. Please don't do well. Now, it's worth pointing out that Aston Villa's media prediction was to finish 9th in the Premier League. Let's see how they got on. Please don't be well. Please don't be well. And they've finished 3rd. Okay, fair enough. This tactic seems to be doing quite well for the teams. 26 wins, 6 draws, 6 losses as well, with a plus 48 goal difference. Interestingly enough, though, Liverpool have actually performed better not using this tactic. Make of that what you will. Let's look at the team overview as well. So, most goals, Aston Villa came 3rd with 91. Now, let's be honest, their team isn't as good as Manchester City or Liverpool's, so we can take that into account there. Most shots for, 3rd with 582 shots. Few shots against, they came in 6th there, but to be fair, they finished 3rd in the league. Can't believe I've said that. So it's quite obvious that they shouldn't concede that many as well. So pass completion and most possession, just like the Liverpool one. We're not involved in any of this, or they're not involved, I should say. I'm not going to say we. Most dribbles, not there. Most tackles won. Most clean sheets, Villa in 7th. And fewest conceded, Villa in 5th. Now, let's have a look at the other kind of competitions that they were in as well. Carabao Cup, knocked out in the 3rd round by Manchester United. FA Cup, knocked out in the 3rd round by Stoke. However, they won the Europa Conference League final, beating Fenerbahce 4-0. Yeah, let's have a look at how they got on. 23 shots in the game, 11 on target, an XG of 3.55, so that is an XG of 4. Maybe that's what it's been going off. And yeah, complete domination. Hate to see it personally, but you know, it is what it is. In the semi-final, they beat Lille, and it was a 5-3 on aggregate there. In the quarter-final, Austria Vienna, it was 10-2 on aggregate, so they won 7-1 in the first leg. And in the round of 16, it was a 9-3 aggregate victory over Eintracht Frankfurt. So far, this tactic seems to be working. Let's see how we get on with Wolves. Another Midland side, but I don't really mind where they've been. We'll have a quick look at the schedule in the Premier League for Aston Villa. Starting off with a 2-0 win over Luton, and then a 4-2 victory over Nottingham Forest. But more importantly, a 4-1 victory against Manchester United. I mean, there's probably not as many bigger victories here. We've got a 4-0 against Burnley, but we've also got losses to Wolves, Chelsea, and to Fulham as well. Man City, we lost 2-1. Any big ones here? So 4-1 against Newcastle, a 5-0 against Newcastle. They've had a bad showing against this tactic here. 4-2 against Sheffield United, 5-2 against Tottenham, 4-1 against Brentford. So there are goals scored here. And to be fair, they finished the season with a 4-2 victory over Crystal Palace and a 4-3 victory over Chelsea. Now, let's get on to the Wolves. So last test now with Wolverhampton Wanderers. The meta 4-4-2 has been loaded in. Their media prediction is to finish 15th in the Premier League. Let's go on holiday, use current match tactics, and again, we'll come back at the end of May. See, I've clicked on the year and the month this time. Is it any quicker? Yeah, I'm sure it is. Anyway, we're going to go on holiday, and I'll see you at season end for the Wolverhampton Wanderers results. Now, it's a pretty disappointing end to the tactics test. Wolverhampton Wanderers have finished 10th. It is 5 points, or 5 places, higher than their media prediction, so there is something in that. Now, 14 wins, 9 draws, and 15 losses have come in this run as well. Let's see how they got on with the statistics, with the team overview. So most points per game, yeah, we wouldn't have been there. We finished 10th. However, most goals for, 5th with 69. most shots for, 5th again with 466 shots in the Premier League. Few shots against, we're not there. I don't think we're going to be in pass completion or possession, which we're not. Most tackles won, 8th. You know, they're quite a robust team. Most dribbles made, not in there. Most clean sheets, not there. And fewest conceded isn't there as well. In the other competitions, knocked out in the 3rd round by Doncaster Rovers, well done, and knocked out in the 5th round by Watford. Is there any point looking at the scheduling here? Did we score 4+ goals per game? Unless it means XG, I don't know, but no. Lost to Man City in the first game of the season. Bit of a baptism of fire actually as your first game. Trying to see if there's any results here that stand out. There's a few losses that stand out. A few 5-3s against us. Maybe it just means 4 goals in the game in general. Although we beat Tottenham 4-2 and Everton 4-2 to end the season. But you know what, that's pretty... It's not great. It's not great viewing. But you know what? It's Wolverhampton Wanderers. What else can you do? In all honesty, it's a bit of a mixed bag, this one. With Liverpool, we've won 2 cups with the Europa League and obviously the Carabao Cup. Finished 3rd, which was below our media prediction. But with Aston Villa, that's where the real... I hate to say it, that's where the real joy came. They finished in 3rd position. They won the Europa Conference League as well. But with Wolverhampton Wanderers, as you can see, we didn't do very well. Whether this tactic, it's not for all teams. Maybe top 10 teams in the Premier League, then you have a good shot with this. And I will caveat as well, like with these testings, there's no transfers that are made. My badges and my experience, it's completely like rock bottom. So yeah, you should get some good results if you use it with yourself. Obviously, if you're buying players to fit around the tactic as well. So I hope you found this video useful. If you're a top 10 side in the Premier League, definitely go for it. And if you've enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe. Comment down below, again, if you have used this tactic to any success. And until then, until now, until whatever, I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.